this wonderful morning as we explain his vision for the people of Oyo State. Also remember, Osiolubado, Wolosha as they call it, will be here in a no-holds-barred live interview. I'm sure one thing, the whole state and beyond are locked in now to Fresh FM. He's live in the studio, Akim Alao, official AD Gubernatorial Candidate for 2019 election. Good to have you here, sir.
Good morning, presenter. Good morning, indigenous in Oyo State, and good morning all the listeners around the world and the people of Oman who are listening to me now.
Let's quickly, get it on board. There are stories making rounds, and I wanted to clear it, that there are moves to have your name substituted as far as the INEC list is concerned for your state. You want to shed more light on that story making rounds?
I'm not aware of that, and maybe I've heard similar things, and the party leaders at both the state level and the national level were in touch with each other. We talked every day, and I don't think that.
So if you have had it, those who are pushing that story, what are they trying to achieve?
Well, you know, in politics, people say a lot of things, and when you hear rumors, you just allow it to go. And because if you start talking about whatever they are saying, you have the party leadership hierarchies and everything, and everybody is saying, where is this rumor coming from? So you just let it go.
Where does things stand as regard, if you drive around the city of Ibadan, you probably see posters of Akim Alao for Governor Onedi. You also see posters of Dr. Akim Nigbide, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who are fully aware, is in court as we speak. The AD faithful listen to you in your state. You want to assure them where things stand as regard this controversy?
You recall that we had our primary at the Green Spring Hotel, September 30, and the party primary was witnessed by the national leadership. In fact, the national secretary was right there, ANEC was there. Some other people acted what we call Nollywood movies somewhere in Ojo. So, because that's not primary. INEC was not there, security agents were not there. So, and that is what they've been carrying along, that the movie they have acted, and I think there's several, we know when you act a movie, there may be scene 1, scene 2. So what you are seeing now, a poster being posted everywhere, is the scene 2 or scene 3. So, I'm sure people will continue to see most of those scenes around. So I can tell you, at the end of every movie, there's always we call the end of the movie. So the end will still come at the end one day. But I can tell members of AD, there's only one candidate, and that is Oyedele Akim Alao, OHA Redemption.
What is your reaction to, because I've been digging in about your candidature, and I did find that some AD stalwarts, chieftains in this state, the likes of Babs Oduyoyi, Majerita, were, from what we learned, fully behind you at the beginning of your journey towards securing the party ticket. But it's like the story we are getting now about them. They seem to have a different opinion of who the next governor of the state will be. You want to respond to that?
I can tell you, Babs Oduyoyi, Babatuni Tijani, they are party members, just like any other person. And they are still supporting the party. So they've not come out openly that they are no more in AD. And I believe, as I talking now, they are strong member of AD, and they are committed to this cause, and they will remain AD unless they so wish to change. And I mean, we've seen the High Chief Adewolu moving from PDP to ADC, from AD to the Labour Party. So if you are a leader, you want to move, you are free to move to anywhere you want to go.
Wouldn't that really expose you become a general without, decimated field soldiers?
No. Don't forget, AD is a party with so many generals. The fact that you hear 1 or 2 names does not mean those are the only generals. In the Nigerian military today, there are a lot of generals that you don't hear their name, or they are stronger than the one that you hear their name.
How strong is AD as we speak in your state in terms of your strength? You want to tell us?
I can tell you we have 33 local government, we have 351 wards. As I'm telling you, we have people in each of those wards. In fact, we are fully prepared for the election.
We are getting reports some of the ESCOs of India are not even happy with you.
No, that's not true. So one of them is that the State Secretary is there. The State Secretary is there.
Why should it be him, I was expecting a massive representation of their school in the house.
Don't forget, this is Christmas. The people that you are seeing here are mostly the Muslim part, and most of the Christians have gone on a holiday. The state chairman, as I'm talking to you, is in either Abeokuta or Lagos now. I spoke to him yesterday, and he said, I'm in Abeokuta, I'm going to see my children now from Abeokuta.
So AD Oyo is united behind your candidature?
Is united behind Engineer Oyedele Akimalao, aka Redemption.
Redemption. So let's lay it bare. What is the policy focus or trust of the dreams, visions that you have for Oyo State, if given the opportunity in 2019? Could you enumerate the fulcrum of what your policy positions are going to be?
Okay. You will recall that the AD Alliance of Democracy is not just a party of today. It's a party that started years back. Like I said on this radio program sometimes ago, we started far back as an action group, from action group to UPN, from UPN to Alliance of Democracy. For whatever that happened, some people splitted and they went away. We have core programs on free educations, free health services, industrializations, and what I call youth empowerment. We have not deviated from those core programs. The only thing we have done is to sit down and review in terms of current realities. What are the things that we think we can add to? And based on that, after we look at the issue, we still come out with what we call the 5-point agenda on economic revitalizations, free educations, free maternal health and elderly health, also free. We also looked at environmental services, industrializations, youth empowerment, and sports development. So those are the core 5 areas that we have looked to in terms of our vision and mission for Oyo State. So,
well, I'll take it as your cardinals.
Yes.
In terms of program. I mean, the bottom line here is this: this country is even broke. The state is even struggling. Yes. People listening to you want to know, how do you intend to fund those cardinals? Let's start with education.
First of all, we look at the issues in education. We discovered that between 2012-2016, the enrollment figure in primary school have dropped by about 37%. In junior secondary school, it has dropped by 21%. In senior secondary school, it has dropped by 17%. So you could see that there is a drop in enrollment figure in education. That means there is something wrong. So if you have such a situation that is coming up, you need to come out with a policy that will ensure that the enrollment figure is improved back. And that's why we said we are going back to the drawing board. We are still going to do free educations. Now, people have maybe saying, where are you going to get the money to run the program? I've met a lot of intellectuals, organizations, and said, where I've tried to convince them the possibility of having the free education done in Oyo State. We've already looked at the number of primary schools we have. We have about 2,307 primary schools. We have about 22,000 teachers. We have in the public school. We also have the people called PTA. We have also tried to research into, as of today, how much does an average student pay in primary school in terms of what they pay to the school or your books and everything. So based on those data that we have put together, we believe that if we spend between 10 to 20% of the budget of Oyo State on education, we will be able to realize free primary education. We are going to start with free primary education. The only thing is, along the line, while we are trying to look at the issues, we discovered that out of the 2,307 primary schools, more than 80% of them are in deplorable conditions. So meaning that we need to also rebuild those schools. And we've already looked at ways at which we are going to rebuild those schools. We are going to involve international bodies, organizations to assist us in terms of building. In fact, after I've come up with a design, about 3 model design for the primary school, which include the primaries, the school field, and some other additional infrastructure.
Now that seems to be in line with what Governor Delaj Mumab is doing in model school.
Well,
what are you going to do concerning the model school he is building? You sustain them?
Of course, yes. We have to sustain them, and we have to look at whether those the model school they are building is good enough. I mean, you don't. The government is about continuity. I have seen most of the secondary school; they are in deplorable condition as well. So we need to rebuild. And don't forget, Chief Alhaji Lateef Jakande built all the model school in Lagos State within how many years? Within 2 years. So we believe if we want to get it right in education, I mean, look at what we call the West African School Examination result about a year ago. Oyo State, I think, was number 26 or number 27, thereabout. So that's not good enough. So, and the reason being that the primary school that is the foundation is faulty, is shaky. From Ibadan to Gomasho to Ibarapa to Horarang, go to all the second primary schools. Some students are even receiving teaching under the trees. It's as bad as that. And unfortunately, for the last 8 years, I've not seen the work of the current government. They've not done anything regarding education, especially the primary school. The primary school is in a deplorable situation. In fact, what we need is what we need to declare emergency.
Yeah, we go again. Everybody's declaring emergency.
No,
I understand. I agree with you.
Don't forget, Alliance for Democracies has always been the forefront of free education.
I'm not going to argue that. I'm not arguing that.
If you don't educate your citizen, what you are going to have is miscreants around the world.
Area boys,
right? Area boys, thugs. And there are so many of them now.
So under you, free education in this state, right?
Yes.
Rebuilding of school, right? Let's talk about health, which is also one of your cardinals.
Now, on the health, we have looked at the health services. And we said, based on the program we want to do on free education, we will not be able to go all through on health services.
Free health, right?
But we are going to give free health to maternal services and anybody above 65 years of age. That is where we want to look at. I mean, we all have wives. So if you can have free health for your wife when she's pregnant, that's a lot. So in addition to that, we're also going to equip our hospitals. If you go to most of the hospitals, the primary healthcare center, they don't have equipment. And in medicine today, in today's world, if you don't have equipment, then you are in a mess. You are in a peculiar mess.
Yeah, we go again.
And that's the truth.
So on health, you want
in
to...
addition to that, one of the things that I also want to do is what we call health tourism. Whereby we are going to have some international companies. We are going to have a corridor for those hospitals, whereby, as it used to be before. Don't forget, in the 60s or 70s, people from Saudi, from the north, from some other countries in Africa, they used to come for health services in UCH. Though UCH is a federal institution, but Oyo State is going to have a corridor for health hospital, whereby people around Nigeria do not have to go to Indians. The Indians will be coming here, but it's going to be a corridor.
You want to reverse the so-called medical tourism?
Yes.
Where it is not us going out, it
yes.
is they coming here.
They are coming here. And I can tell you, we are going to set up hotels, we are going to set up facilities around that same area, so that people from other states who are coming for health services will be able to stay. It will improve our IGR, it will generate employment for others.
Agriculture.
Yes. On agriculture, you recall some times ago in the days of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, that's what we call the opticums. We've reviewed the principles behind opticums, and we have looked at it, and we are going to improve on that opticums, whereby people will be put together in a farm, and they work together, and whatever they are doing there, the government will support it in terms of equipment, in terms of seedling, in terms of marketing. So those are the things we have looked at.
Are you bringing back the board?
Yes.
The marketing board?
We are bringing it back the market. This time around, don't forget, I was telling some people in my office yesterday that sometimes ago, when I was my grandmother, we used to go and sell our cocoa and sell cocoa at the market. But after I got to, I think I was in the university, and I discovered that the same 50 kg cocoa that we used to sell at a certain price, the guy that were buying it, they were actually ripping us off. So we are going to bring back marketing board that would determine how much the farmer will sell to the middlemen. If at all, we are still working on it. Should we allow middlemen? Should we have direct sales from farmers to the processors? Because one of the things that we are going to do on industrialization is to establish agro-based industry, so that whatever they are producing,
cottage industry?
Yes, cottage industry, or we call it agro-based industry.
Okay.
So whatever they are producing, you have a ready-made market to use your products. And as a farmer, if you are spending $1 million or 2 million naira on your cultivation, you know that you are going to sell it for 3 million, and you know who you are selling it to, and nobody is coming to rip you off. Because the situation what we are having today, our farmers are being ripped off, and that is the truth.
There's always a connection between agriculture and this ongoing conversation in the States.
Yes.
About the fact that, look, the farm produce, the reason why we have high costs of most agri products has to do with the fact that most of our farms where all this produce, are put together, before they are moved from those farms to the mainland here, to the city, because most of those roads have issues, then you have a situation where eventually the price of these products will go up. Do you have any plan towards fixing lands in the hinterland, which also link to infrastructure?
I'm a civil structural engineer. I've worked in the land gas sector. I've managed contract, and I know the cost of what we can do the road. One of my cardinal programs under the industrialization is Operation Zero Potholes. Inshallah, come May 2019, I'll be sworn as governor of Oyo State. 3 months after, we should be able to put the strategy in place to be able to agree on the mode of contracts that we are going to use to fix all the roads. We are not going to build any new road. We are going to continue whatever the current government is doing. In addition to that, we will fix every inter-road. There shall be 0 potholes within a year and 3 months of resumption of office.
Still here at the Southwest Political Headquarters, where we report you decide. Engineer Kimala live in the building. Remember tomorrow, Engineer Sheyi Makinde will be here at 4 p.m. live, as he also unveiled his plan for the people of Oyo State. The best political minds in our business live in the building. Dari Adikombi, Nigerian Tribune. Good to have you.
Good morning, the mayor. Good morning to our great guests.
Demola Babalola.
Good morning to our distinguished guest. Good morning to the anchorman himself, the mayor as a brand, and good morning to the people of Oyo State and listeners, viewers rather, across the globe.
Remember, any moment from now, the one they call Oyo Ibadan, the much anticipated live interview. No holds barred. Me, I'm ready for a fight here this morning. Let's go straight away to Dari Adekombi.
Yeah, thank you very much. Engineer, I have listened to you with rapt attention. I know you have good programs, and you have articulated the programs very well. I'd just like to get your view about the local government system as we have it currently in most states. Oyo State not an exception. If you become the governor of Oyo State on March 2nd, and you are sworn in on May 29 as the governor, I would like to know what you are going to do, because if you look at local government, we had local government election in May this year, and this is December. You will agree with me that not much, if anything, has happened in terms of development in any of the councils. we would like to know what your program is concerning local government, because this is the tier of government that is closest to the people at the grassroots. If you take care of the local government, there will be less pressure on the state government. So I want to know what you, Jack, for instance, are you going to eradicate it? Will local government get the money that comes from them from Abuja directly? Would there be no tracking of their money somewhere?
Demola Babalola.
Oh, very good. The engineer Oyedele Akim Alao. I have been listening to your jingle on radio, especially on Fresh FM, the last 2 or 3 weeks. And you seem to be, in quotes, condemning the so-called continuity program of a number of, especially of the ruling government. So, I'd like to know, earlier on before we went on break, you clearly said we are going to continue some of the lofty programs. Especially you spoke about the roads. And you want to, continue about those good works that the government of the day has done. But I am curious, are you not contradicting yourself if you are saying continuity for what? And you are still saying that you want to continue with some of the programs that are on ground? That's number one, sir. Number two, I equally want you to, because health is wealth. If you are not healthy, you are not okay, that little or nothing you can do. I want you to expatiate more on the programs the AD have concerning the health issues in Oyo State.
Incidentally, here is actually helped to that before you came in. I think so. We can limit it to continuity. You are cherry picking.
Let me start
and
with
the local government.
Let me start with the continuity.
You love continuity,
yes.
Or you disdain continuity.
Let's take a look around. In today's Oyo State, there is poverty everywhere. There is no free education, no free health. The roads are bad. Security. Well, initially I was giving kudos to the current government in terms of improvement in security. But at the same time, just this morning, and I sat down and take a look, what are the current government actually doing in terms of security? What we used to have is Stogri and Big Range, and that Stogri and Big Range was there because the leader that was actually promoting it, in one way or the other, passed away. And subsequently, there was no renewed recruitment. And I think he tried in terms of ensuring that the successor plan, or whatever they have, in that kind of environment, did not take place. But overall, we've been hearing in the last few weeks where people have been told to pay security levy. And if you go around within the community, people have been asked to pay 1,000 naira per house. They've not been able to pay. And you are asking them to pay 25,000 naira. And somebody on the radio is saying that 25,000 naira is a token fee when people cannot afford it. They cannot afford 1,000 naira.
A Gubernatorial candidate?
A Gubernatorial candidate is saying he's going to add mess to the people of Oyo State by asking people to pay a 25,000 naira token fee. They can't afford it. So when I say continuity, that I'm going to continue whatever he's doing, you cannot rubbish whatever anybody has been doing. He may not have done very well, which we all know. He has not done very well, which is true. But you cannot totally.
So you don't buy the idea that he is like his supporters, the governor's supporter will tell you, he is the architect of modern Oyo State.
Which modern Oyo State? So let them show us what he has done. Free education? No. Health? No. Infrastructure? No. Or are we looking at the road?
What about the roads? Dualization.
Dualization of a dualized road.
There's a road.
Wait. What is the economic importance of gate to Iwo Road? That road was dualized before. Why do you want to dualize a dualized road when other roads are crying? Day before yesterday, I was at Pete Water Road. Those guys are living in hell. Hell. And that is just one. Go to Kyogun. Let's even forget about Kyogun. Let's talk about within Oyo State. Within Ibadan.
The people of Ayegun Oleyo.
I've been to most of those places.
Arapaja area.
They are in hell. just like I was just about saying, the people of our water Apete area, how many times do they use Iwo Road? Well, Bashoron Road. What is the economic importance of Bashoron Road?
A lot of gridlock there over in the past years.
I can tell you, based on what I see on the ground, they will not solve the problem. That is not properly designed. I'm a civil structural engineer. Quote me.
Okay.
So, in terms of that,
so there's nothing you're going to continue.
There's nothing that I'm going to continue. But what you said that, what about these 4 model schools they built? Because we have a passion to build more schools. That's why I said we're going to continue. We will not drop. We're not going to stop building school. In fact, our main objective is to build infrastructures, massive infrastructure development.
And you become a portal blocking governor, right? Is that
not just portal? See,
no, I
said within 1 year, 3 months, I will ensure there shall not be portals anywhere in Oyo State.
Hello, sir.
And let me state. After you must have done that, then you now look at your plan. See, the first thing you need to do is to ensure that people are safe. You can now start looking at which road next will I do, which road will I reconstruct, which road will I need to expand. But don't expand one particular road and leave about 1,000 kilometers that is in a deplorable condition.
So you are going to focus on interland, right?
Interland.
Okay, beautiful. On local government.
On local government, I've always believed in separations of power. With the waste management system, for instance, those are the areas where the local government should concentrate on. But you can see the current government, since the last 8 years, there was no local government authority. And just about 6 months for them, for the expiration of their tenure, they woke up from slumber and trying to put local government authority in place. It was too late. The other time, we read in the newspaper that the government is going to Lagos to understudy Lagos State. That is sheer nonsense. After many months, something is wrong with us within the state. These are the things that they are supposed to have done from day one. And I think they are doing that because they believe election is coming. You could see also if you go around, they are doing some patch now within Ibadan only. Who are you deceiving?
It may be a long-term plan.
Long-term plan.
Ibadan. We'll go to Okego. You can't be too sure. You know the way government works.
Which government? You only have less than 6 months. In fact, less than 5 months. So what are you going to do? The last minute, just because you want to contest for a positions, and you are now rushing. Oh, they will not select me as senator. They will not select me as senator. Who will select you before? Who will elect you? Nobody.
Strong word.
Jack. I bet to disagree, sir. The issue of passion.
No, I've already raised that with him. Good luck.
I print for the state government today.
Go to that same place. How many people's houses were demolished?
What is wrong with that route, sir? You say you are a structural engineer.
There is no
you see that roundabout?
Yes, sir.
What are you going to do to that roundabout at Ideape Junction? How are you going to do it? What are you going to do there?
Until they are able to complete that route, no one can be sure for now.
I've gone there, I sat down and I looked at what they put there.
Okay.
See, gridlock is not solved by just expanding road. It requires traffic studies. It's my job.
What of Mokola flyover bridge? Until today, they are still gridlock every hour.
They cannot solve it because they did not do what they are supposed to do. I'm an engineer, you do traffic analysis.
Is there anything wrong with that flyover in Mokola?
But you are just saying, you yourself, you are saying that I hold up today.
I want to know. I want to be sure.
Something about the rock now.
Yes, I want to be sure.
You still have gridlock.
He has introduced a bridge.
Please tell us.
A small bridge.
Yeah.
And he could not solve the problem. And that's why I'm telling you, it is not a question of building a bridge. If you don't do the fundamentals, if you don't do the initial thing you are supposed to do, then you are failing. You continue to fail. The problem there is what you need to do what we call traffic analysis of the area to understand the gridlock. Where are they coming from? What is causing it?
You are not in government. Maybe they did it.
But you didn't talk when you were doing it. You didn't raise any eyebrow on the road.
A lot of people have raised several eyebrows. They never listen to them. They don't listen and they will never listen.
Quickly, Jack, as we wrap it up, this conversation.
Are you going to
continue to
eradicate it if you become governor? Yes. The local government will get their money directly. There will not be interference.
One of the things I'm going to do is transparency in governance. You are a commissioner, you do your job. You are a local government. The only thing I want to do to ensure that the local government is properly run is to put system in place to check them, checks and balances. Because in the years past, we have seen instances whereby the local government chairman, the councillor become rich men over the night. We don't want that. They will have full authority, but they shall be monitored. That is the only thing I'm going to do, is to put systems and procedures in place to ensure that whatever they are spending, whatever they are doing, is properly monitored. The inter-roads within there, they should be doing that. Street, they should be doing that. And you should identify how many kilometers per year they need to do. So that once you put all those things in place, and you monitor their finances, and you can also create committees, even from the same local government, to monitor them, in addition to the state government. Everything will be transparent.
It's live in the building, former governor of Oyo State, Oyo Ibadan, Senator Adewale. Engineer Kim, yes, your final word, 60 seconds, environment on my mind.
Well, if you have looked around Ibadan, especially, people have always been saying Ibadan is the greatest city in southwest Sahara. And I think till today, there is no improvement in waste management system in Ibadan. If you looked around on the major road, what you see is earth accident, whereby people are dumping the waste they are generating, the waste they are producing on the main road, creating menace and excessive hazard on the society. I've looked at the World Bank report that was produced in 2015, and you discover that there are so many things failing concerning the waste management system. Oyo State up to today has not been able to put together a concise waste management system that will tackle the deaths in Ibadan.
So you're going to work on that, right?
Well, I've gone to Akwete, Lakute, and Abeku. The dump site are in a deplorable state of condition.
So you're going to fix that, right?
I'm going to fix that.
I must thank you, for coming. I've been speaking with Engineer Kim Alao, the AD Guba candidate for 2019 election. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.